our browser on the left side is talking about the point of view from a teacher, and the browser on the right side is the point of view of a student. As you can see, the teacher has two classes, the same subject, it's just different periods. And as a student, you'd only be enrolled to one because you only attend Algebra 1 one time. So let's go ahead and go to the first one, Algebra 1, Period 1. Let's say as a teacher, you want to make a post, a message, a reminder. You want to remind students to don't forget to study. Don't forget to study for tomorrow's exam. So you have an exam tomorrow, and you want to remind students. However, you don't want to use your own time to post it. You want to post it later after in the afternoon, and you sometimes maybe even forget. So whatever your option is, or whatever your situation is, you can also just schedule it. And when you schedule it, you can tell them when to schedule the post. So my test is tomorrow, 29th. I'm going to post it on the 28th at, we can say, 7 p.m. And when you do this, it's going to schedule it. It's going to save it. Here in your saved announcements, you're going to see your post and when it's going to be posted, tomorrow at 7. So that's great and all. And it can actually do it for you. However, there is a drawback. The drawback is if you wanted to post this, let's go back. If you wanted to post this to multiple classrooms because it's the same message, you are not able to schedule it. That's a downside. So there's an alternative though. If you have the same message you want to say twice, you can actually save as a draft, right? You can save it as a draft. You can set a reminder on your phone or whatever and come back to it and post it on both classes. So that's something you could do. Or if you want to schedule it 6 times, personally, I wouldn't want to put all that time. I've done it before. It's not worth it. So you don't want to schedule it 6 times. I'd rather just save as a draft and post it myself later on with a little reminder from my phone. So that's basically scheduling posts. When it comes to creating material, so in our Google Classroom, we already have, in our videos, we already created quizzes, journals, and questions. These are assignments that we expect students to turn in. However, there's also the option of creating material. This is material. This is an assignment, or not an assignment. This is a post with materials that students are not expected to submit. Therefore, there's no grading option here because students won't be graded. This is, for example, if you have a formula you want to post, or you want to have notes or a video. If you have stuff you want to post for students to see, this is a great alternative. So when you create a topic, you can actually create a topic for notes, let's say, and it'll be in the sense of materials. So if we want to add, you can add it from your own Google Drive if you have it saved there, or maybe a link on the internet, a file on your computer, or even on YouTube. So a file on the computer. Let's say if you wanted to upload something, you can actually drag it from your computer. So if you were to go close the browser, maybe you had this picture about the quadratic formula, you can actually just drag it here and it'll get loaded, you see? So that's going to be the image. And if you click on it, you'll be able to confirm it. There it is. And let's say you also have this YouTube video on how to add. You want the students to watch this video, right? So you're going to actually add it. A lot of people might say, click on YouTube. But here's the thing. You can actually put it right there in the URL. Or even easier, you can just put it as a link. And Google Classroom will automatically remember it. It'll be a YouTube video, you see? And when it's ready, you can either post it in one period, post it in all of them, and you can just post away. And now that it's posted, it's actually posting still. Now that it's posted, you'll see it right there under notes. As a student, let me show you what the students is going to see. They'll see it on the stream. They'll also see it on the classwork. So notes. And when a student clicks on it, they'll see the picture you sent for the formula. And they'll see the YouTube video, which is actually embedded on Google Classroom. So they don't even have to go to the youtube.com. It'll just play automatically on the website. One of the perks of Google being everything, right? A couple of more things to talk about. If you want to look at a student's progress in the class, you can go to people, and you can actually see their progress in the class by clicking on their name. So Mr. Modano here, he's had a couple of quizzes and assignments to do, and notice it says the status of that assignment. When it says turned in, it'll actually show you the grade if you graded it already. It'll show you the grades, and it'll show you assigned when the student did not turn it in. That says it was assigned, but the student never turned it in. If we go back to students, what about this guy, Robert Waduno? Again, it says assigned, and the other one says turned in. So this one, it hasn't been graded, but the student did turn it in. This one, it hasn't been graded because the student didn't turn it in. So this is great to take for parent meetings. Make a printout of this, and they'll see students how they've been in the class overall. So some of the great aspects of Google Classroom. And last but not least, guys, if you want to talk about, let's say if you want to create a new class code for the class. Let's say students have been removed, or maybe you just got to change the code for some reason. If you go to the little toolbox, the gear, you would actually see the class code here. And when you click on it, you see a reset. When you click on a reset, it actually changed the code for you. So students currently enrolled are still going to stay there, but new students that you want to enroll are going to need this new code. Or if you want to stop people from joining, you can also disable the code. So students who have been in the class, they're already there, but nobody else can join. It's up to you to enable it again, and it's up to you how many times you want to change it. And that's basically it for this tutorial video.